Stupid.
Sorry for the short delay. I'm going to call this meeting to order. Good evening, everyone. This is the first of two special city council meetings that we are conducting tonight. This first meeting is strictly a public hearing on Fairfax's fiscal year 2027 tax levy. Roll call, please.
May Deb Mullins, Cindy Anderson.
Mike.
Thank you. Moving on, I need an approval of the consent agenda, which just consists of this meeting's agenda. Need a motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Mike. Aye.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is the public hearing regarding our fiscal year 27 tax levy notice. And I'm going to go ahead and open up the public hearing. How this is going to work is I will first explain the purpose of the public hearing and what it involves. And council will then have questions or comments, if any. The public can ask questions about the tax levy also, for anyone that's called in, and then we'll close the public hearing. So with that in mind, the public hearing is now open. Cynthia, do you want to offer some explanations for this, please?
Sure. Lynn County was required to send out this notice on the tax levies in our tax district. The first part of the notice has College Community School levy information, then Lynn County levy information, and then City of Fairfax proposed property taxation is at the bottom of the first page. And it has a line for general, non-ag, and ag. And this is for fiscal year 27 that starts July 1 of 26. And this current fiscal year 26, our current property tax dollars are shown in the first number. Then the next numbers are our current tax rate, which is 810 for regular or non-ag, and then 3.00375 for ag. The effective tax rate column is if, with our new taxable valuation, if we kept the dollars the same, and because our taxable valuation went up, then that tax rate is a little bit less for both. And then the next column shows what we're proposing to take in property taxes for fiscal 27. And those numbers are derived by leaving the levy rate exactly the same at the 810 for non-ag and 3.00375, which is the limit for ag. And the 810 has been the City of Fairfax's non-ag levy for several years in a row. Then on the back, it shows the information, again, College Community School first, then Lynn County, then City, and then a total. And, or no, I'm sorry, not a total, all others, which are like Kirkwood and some miscellaneous things. So again, it shows our property tax. Hang on, let me just double check some. Non-TIF property tax, and then the percentage of the total of that tax where we are, and the city's at 24.95%. So when you get your tax bill, it doesn't all come to the city, only about 25%. Then the next two sections show hypothetical examples. If in the current year your property is worth $100,000, and in fiscal 27, if it was worth $110,000, what your bill would be from each of the entities, and you can see the city would be $384 to $397. But again, we are keeping the levy the same. So that difference is just based on rollback changes and the extra $10,000 in taxable valuation. Then the next one is showing commercial property again at 300,000 and then 330,000. And in the city, it shows 1670 for the current year and 1853 for the proposed year. And then there's just some explanations below. And there's a link to the Iowa Department of Management site if you want more detail on why the notice looks like it does.
So the biggest takeaway from my perspective on all of that is our tax levy of $8.10 per thousand evaluation remains the same as it has for many years. Council, do you have any questions or comments? Cynthia, did we receive any public comments in advance of this meeting?
I did not.
Does anyone in attendance have any questions or comments about Fairfax's fiscal year tax levy? Hearing none, I'm going to close this public hearing and call for a motion to adjourn our first meeting.
So moved.
All in favor?
Mike?
Aye.
Thank you. Now, we do have another special meeting scheduled to start at 6:15, so we're going to have just a very brief interruption while we switch horses.
Did you get an email?
Yeah.
I'm still.
We just got some.
By chance it to be done in your system?
Can you put it on? It's too big for a flash drive, I'm assuming.
Yeah, we're not able to use flash drives.
Okay.
Is there, I'm sorry, Mayor, is there a way to?
And they project from their laptops and deal with that.
If they hook it into that HDMI cable.
Then that would.
Yep.
That'd be one.
Okay.